Welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. This is episode 147. I hope everyone is having a great day, great night, wherever you are around the world. On today's guest for the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast, I don't know if we would call him a guest anymore, just because he's made a few more appearances than some other people. So I wouldn't really consider him a guest at this point. But welcome back on the show, Prince Hudda. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you. Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show. Stanley Cup we just had, recap there. The NBA Finals, we thought it was going to be ending last night. At least I thought it was going to be ending last night, Game 6 in Indiana. The Yes Sirs, Thunder up. Game 7 we have this Sunday night in OKC. It sucks to say because the spread for this game, if you're a betting person, is -8.5. And it seems like the same story with this Oklahoma City team. They beat the Nuggets in 7 in that situation there in the second round, and Game 6 was kind of a similar outcome where what just happened with Indiana last night. So that's another thing, and I don't really want to buy into that because Indiana beat OKC in Game 1, and hey, I've been an Indiana Pacers hater all postseason long just because they've been boring and they're not fun to watch, but we're getting Game 7, the best word in sports. But before we officially start the show, make sure to follow Prince Hudda on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to follow the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Little shout out here to the show. 550 views on that Shadur Sanders video that we posted with Prince Hudda and I were talking about our takes about that, which was really great. We got some great comments in there. They said they were very excited to hear us talk about that. We're going to get into some more Shadur Sanders stuff later in the show with his speeding and how all that unfolded. And is he mature enough? Is he able to take the realms of quarterback one for the Browns? We'll get into all of that. But we'll briefly stick here on the NBA Finals. I know Hudda's not a big NBA guy, but he loves the word Game 7 because his Leafs took the Panthers to 7, and now the Panthers just won the second Stanley Cup. Dude, if you were to just blindly look at this game upcoming on Sunday night, and you just said, you know what, the spread, screw the money line. Do you have any faith in Indiana?
It's so hard to tell because every game has been like a different team.
Yeah.
I mean, if you told me when we last recorded that the Thunder series would go to 7 and the Oilers series would end in 6, I would have thought you were crazy.
I wouldn't have believed you.
I did have the Pacers spread last night. I wasn't confident enough to go money line. You know, I went spread, take it easy, but
+6.
I mean, yeah, +6. So I mean, it won comfortably because they won by so much. But I'm excited. Game 7, like you said, I think the last Game 7 was many
2016 was the last one with the Cavs and the Warriors when the Cavs came back down 3-1.
So like right away, I mean, that's like one of the greatest games of all time. I mean,
yeah,
if we get a game like that Sunday, I think a lot of people have been saying this NBA Finals is it's no star power, it's not doing the ratings that other series have done. Game 7, best teams in the league. What more can we ask for?
No, and that's the thing you're right about too. And Halliburton wasn't healthy coming into this Game 6 last night. The calf strain. Is Halliburton going to be 100% healthy? He had 14 points. He played 23 minutes. He wasn't the deciding factor of this game. It was just a collective win by this Pacers team, and they've been like this all postseason long. And you have to give credit where credit is due. Backs up against the wall, down 3-2. You lose that game in OKC in Game 5. You got a few days off for rest. Halliburton shaky coming into it. The Thunder laid an egg. They really did. Like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said last night, we sucked tonight. We really did. Chet Holmgren had 4 points. The starters only played the first 3 quarters, which didn't make any sense for them to play the fourth. Rest them up for Game 7. And it's the best word in sports. But
plus, winning on home court has probably got to be so much sweeter than winning in Indiana.
That also, too. But the Thunder have been exceptional all postseason long. You know, the history there. The Thunder, vying their first championship. The Pacers as the underdog story, it's a great outcome either way. Obviously, everyone wants Indiana to win because they're the big underdog and nobody expected them to be here. And, Tyrese Halliburton with the Heliante, all that stuff there. So I don't know. It's so hard to say because the Thunder have played so great. But OKC lost Game 1 where Halliburton hit that big shot. I bet against the Pacers all season or all postseason long. I've got to stick with the Thunder. I think they'll cover that spread. I really do. I hate to say that because I want a good game. I don't want it to be like that. The Pacers, but I don't know. I just think that I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on a mission. And if this completely goes the other way and I'm wrong, wow. Because I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong this entire series. I said the Thunder in 5. Remember I told you last time you were on? And here we are. So I'll take the Thunder. I'll just take them. I'll take -8.5. I think they'll get it done. Unfortunately, the Pacers their magical run comes to an end, and the Pacers ended up very shorthanded at the end without a trophy, that they could desperately win or deserve, but OKC wins this. They completely show up Sunday night. They're a total different team at home than they are on the road, but don't sleep on Indiana.
I'm going to go with you, Thunder, too. I mean,
are you taking the spread or are you taking
a spread? Every time they've lost, they've come back and just won the next game. I don't think that they're going to struggle at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, SGA, MVP,
yep.
Finals MVP, triple. Is that a triple crown? I mean, that would be a pretty cool Finals MVP, and then championship.
Well, this was the other debate here as well. Is it fair to put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in a Hall of Fame type of conversation if he wins the Finals MVP, if he wins the trophy? He already has the MVP regular season. He won Western Conference Finals MVP. He was the leading scorer in the NBA this year. Is that a Hall of Fame type resume in one type of season?
I mean, he'll get there. How old is he? 27?
26, 25,
yeah, he's
26.
averaging, he could average 40 by the time he's 28, 29, right? I mean, he'll get there. It was the same with Giannis, right? We just knew early he'll get there. We knew Jokic, he'd get there, and SGA is probably the same category. Mm-hmm. He'll get there. Luka probably too.
Yep. Listen, it's going to be a great game regardless. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, I think really that's the best way to go about it. I mean, Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, that devil thing, that was crazy. I don't know if you saw that last night before the game. The eyes were in the back of the head. What was that?
It was like the Undertaker. It was like the Undertaker. You ever watch WWE?
I have.
Eyes roll back.
I have.
I saw someone put the gong meme on there, and I don't know. I used probably just a bad camera angle, but it worked. They
really got on there. I didn't expect the Pacers to win that game last night. I didn't expect them to blow the Thunder out.
I thought it'd be close. Yeah,
me
I thought
too.
It'd be close. I did take Pacers, but I thought it would be close.
I thought it'd be closer than that. But hey, the best word in sports, Game 7, Sunday night. You can't wait for it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be electric. The last game of the NBA season officially, because last night I was like, oh, the season's over. It's over. OKC's winning this. They're winning on the road, just like the Panthers wrapped it up in 6. Nah, not this time. But let's move on to the Stanley Cup. The Florida Panthers, back-to-back champions. Oh, my gosh. Partying at the Elbow Room, denting the Stanley Cup already. Kachuk, last night I sent you this clip. Connor McDavid, who? Oh, my God, dude. He was absolutely shit-faced in that. I mean, at 11 last night, as he should be.
Have you been there?
I have not been to 11. I went to Miami last Friday. I went to Miami over last Friday. I got hosted by the Shelbourne in Miami. I did some influencer stuff over there. And I hung out with my cousin and stuff. We went to a club space, like a bar on the side of club space called Floyd, where it's cool and stuff, but the line for space was out the door. But 11 I've never been to. I don't know. You also have to be dressed up for 11 too. Another thing, we weren't really dressed up. You got to be in a dress shirt or button down or something. I was like, nah, I'm not going all out for that. And that was the weekend before that they won the cup. Now they've had their first appearance there last night. I'm sure that won't be their last before this summer is over.
Oh, they're going on a tour here in Florida.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll hit nearby you too.
Probably not.
No?
They'll probably stay in Miami because I mean there's so much more to do over there than here.
That's true.
But
that's true. How far is so they play in Sunrise, right?
Yeah. So Miami's
how far Sunrise for Miami?
30-35 minutes, maybe
40 so they just
traffic. So yeah.
Damn, they just going over there.
Panthers only an hour and a half for me. It's not that far.
How far is Elbow Room?
Oh, from them, it's probably about 20-25 minutes.
Wow.
Okay. Everyone loves going there, dude. The Elbow Room's
I've heard if I ever come back to Florida, that area, I definitely want to hit Elbow Room.
If you come down, we'll have to link up because
hell yeah.
Dude, that area is awesome. My cousin goes to school in Nova down there, and dude, the spring break down there is fucking insane.
Yeah, wear a Leafs jersey to elbow room. That'd be good content right there.
Oh, that'd be like candy content. You like, oh my god, the amount of fans. Did you see Nate Schmidt was doing shotgunning with the fans outside?
I didn't. There were so many clips. Dude, it's hard to keep track of it.
The amount of stuff that was going on. You had they dented the Stanley Cup. Now that Stanley Cup that they dented, like how Gronk dented the Super Bowl trophy with the Patriots, and then they dropped the Lombardi with the Bucks in that one when that Super Bowl against the Chiefs. That's a mock Stanley Cup. That's not the real one.
Right? I'm not sure. Like, I'm assuming it is the real, like the one on the ice is the real one.
Right.
But I don't know if the one they're bringing to the nightclubs or the golf carts, I don't know if that's the real one, but
I don't know.
Maybe it is.
It might
remember
be.
A few years ago, the Colorado guy, forgot his name. He
dropped it. Yes.
He tripped it, fell on it.
Yeah. People don't realize how heavy that Stanley Cup is.
It looks heavy as
hell.
So
when I was younger, we had I was really young. I was at the stadium here in Fort Myers. They had a beer league team or a league, and they had their own like cup, like Stanley Cup, and that was heavy. They would leave it on the like the area out in the lobby, and people would pick it up, and I was like, damn, that's heavy. I've never been around the real Stanley Cup, but it's heavy. It's all metal.
They have a mock one. There's this Hockey Hall of Fame, which is like in Toronto. They have like a Stanley Cup area. You take a photo with it. I used to think for a while it was the real one, and then my brain was like, why would they put the real one for public display on a regular basis? It's obviously a fake one, so I don't know what they're doing.
But then you saw the Bennett 8 more years. So it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. I don't think at this point. I don't see him going anywhere. Do you? What about Marchand though?
I don't know why Marchand would leave.
Yeah.
He's 36, right? Finish your career in Florida.
37.
You have a 37. You have a chance to win another ring. Did you see the thing I sent you about? They named a Blizzard after him at Dairy Queen.
Yes,
he's got free Dairy Queen for life. I don't see him leaving.
He's
Florida.
a Florida man. They said
basically.
Did you see the Instagram stories he was posting? I think I sent you them. Where
thank you
to all the teams.
That's funny. Yeah,
dude,
I mean he's a good dude.
Florida is a different culture, man. It really is. Like, I'm serious. Like down here, like the partying scene is different. The atmosphere, the people, it's like you're on a fucking tropical vacation the entire time. Now, obviously, they just won the Stanley Cup, and Florida's not all roses and tulips and dandelions, not all like that. But on the weekends, like aside from the week, people work and stuff, everyone's partying on the weekends because the weather's beautiful. I mean, it's hot as shit, of course, right now. But dude, especially down there, you got all the beaches, you got all the clubs, you got all the entertainment. Then you had the Lightning a few years ago. Like the reason why a lot of people are moving to Florida is because, the no state income tax, that's huge. Then you have, the sports teams are getting better here. Like I said, the atmosphere, there's just a lot going on here. There's just so many different places. You got Tampa, you got Lauderdale, you got Miami, you got Jacksonville, Orlando, Disney, Orlando, you got Palm Beach, you got West Palm, you got all the beaches over there, Key West over there. Then you got CST. Like, there's just so much going on here. I'm hyping up Florida. I really am.
I fully agree. I have a buddy who lives in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I've been to visit him a few times. We went to the Pro Bowl in January. That was super cool.
Yeah.
And even it was a Sunday night, and Orlando, downtown strip was bumping. Yeah. And then I went to Tampa. I guess I'm doing a lot more sports tourism now. I went to Tampa in November to see a Bucks game with some buddies. And it was a Monday night, and after the game we went out, it was bumping. I was like, Monday night, it was sick.
No, dude, I tell you, man, Florida's a different vibe. Like compared to the 100%. Other states, it's there's nothing like Florida. I really strongly believe that. Like living here my whole life, moved out to California for a year and a half, but the culture here, and then you got the sports as well, like the college football, like the Gators are electric. FSU, when they're good, it's great for them. Miami Hurricanes down there. Then you got, there's baseball here. Of course, the Marlins and the Rays have been decent the past, few weeks. The Marlins, they suck. But man, and now you got the Panthers just won the last two. And then the 4 of the last 6 cups winners by Florida. That's insane.
It's a good state. Not only that, I think this was the most underrated thing, being able to go to a bar in shorts and flip-flops. You can't really do that here. No. You can't do that here.
No, you can't. And you can do that all year round. It gets cold and stuff. Like northern Florida gets really cold. Got that. But down here, southern Florida, and then they're South Florida. We're Southwest Florida here in Fort Myers over here. Oh my God, dude, it's paradise. The weather down there, man. The beaches are just amazing. God, I hope people move to Florida after this podcast.
The one selling point for me was I flew
Yeah.
into Tampa and we drove to Clearwater. You know that bridge to Clearwater?
Skyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
Skyway.
dude.
I was mesmerized. I was like, this is beautiful.
If
I'm Brad Marchand or Sam Bennett seeing this, why would I want
why the fuck would I want to go to a cold weather state team after this? Anyways, I was on the Skyway 2 weeks ago when I was going to see some family, and I was freaking out because of the traffic. I thought, and then like they were doing construction on the bridge. I'm like, bro, like, do I really have to go over this freaking bridge right now? Like with this, like, I'd rather just cruise over it. And it's high as shit up there too. Like, I mean, it's scary. It is. And I'm just like, so I'm just like, all right. I tried to find a way out, like a way around, but I had to go right over it. But hey, yeah, the bridge is beautiful. Skyway, yeah, Clearwater, Tampa, St. Pete, all over there. The Lightning, they have.
I'm sure Marchand has young kids, Disney World and shit's right there.
Disney World,
Universal. It's just everything you need is here.
I think what I loved about the Panthers too, and I gave my friends some shit about the Panthers and stuff and like all that stuff. But what I really love about it is like how much of a team they are. Same thing with hockey as a whole. Like it's not about me, or give me that trophy or give me this. Like that was the coolest part where the fourth liners, Paul Maurice said, "You guys are going to finish this game." Like hockey is such a collective group. Like it's all about team. And of course other, fans or other teams or, sports teams will say, oh, we're a collective unit. But like, I don't hear Sam Bennett saying, I won the trophy. I won this. Like LeBron, it's all about LeBron, where it's like the Panthers, they're so cohesive and, glued as a unit. Same thing with the Caps back in 2018, the Blues when they won. I mean, it's just cool to see. And nobody thought that they were going to repeat. I honestly thought they were losing to the Lightning in the first round. I'm like, Kachuk's not healthy, but Bobrovsky's looks really shaky. I don't know what to make of this team. I know they're a really good team, but I just didn't think they were going to repeat. I had the Lightning beating them. I was like, man, the Lightning look really good to finish this year. And then they just came together as they beat your Leafs. I mean, the teams they had to go up against in the East, Toronto, Tampa, Carolina, I mean, those were no walk in the park.
Like regularly making playoff teams.
Tampa,
yes, like deep runs. Carolina was in the conference finals 2 years back. So.
Yep, Toronto could have made the Toronto. It's like if the Panthers weren't in the way, Toronto or Tampa might have been in the Cup. Like really,
maybe. I see a lot of that here. Oh, we're the only team to take them to 7.
Oh yeah, they love that.
If we were up 3-1 in Game 3 and then OT, I mean.
Hey, you guys
supposed to hate Florida. One thing that I thought was really, really cool, and this is something I didn't realize was happening until a commentator said it. So Barkov holds it first, right? He's captain, and then he gave it in order to the guys that have never won a cup before.
I love
so all the guys from last year's team wait off to the side. We're gonna give it to our guys. I thought that was very special.
Gadgevich, AJ Greer, Nate Schmidt.
Schmidt, that was I think awesome Schmidt was number 2, and you could tell like he was really emotional. And I mean, like when people say, "Oh, why do you invest in sports?" It's like stuff like this. It's so beautiful. What you get to see. It's like so beautiful.
When Ovechkin and the Capitals won that 2018 Cup, I think like a part of me just sunk into the ground because I never thought they were going to win a cup. I always got shit from fans and friends when I was younger. The Caps are never going to win a cup. Ovi's going to go cupless. And that's the feeling that what's going to happen is. We'll get into this, but with McDavid, I strongly think he'll win a cup. I just don't know what it's going to be with Edmonton. We'll get into that. Before we get into that, I wanted to ask you, as this one's been in my mind. I saw this earlier this morning with the NHL Stanley Cup coming to a close here. What's a better run? The 2021, 22 Lightning or this most recent Panthers team? Who's the better team?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I would say Panthers just because everyone forgets they won the President's Trophy 2021, 2022. So the foundation of this team has been built for a couple of President's Trophy. And then the next year, I'm not sure what happened. And then, wild card team goes on a run, doesn't make it, wins last year, wins this year. I think that's the more impressive team to me. To be fair, I wasn't watching as much hockey at the time of the Tampa Dynasty, but I just think the individual accolades on these Florida teams, and you look at how deep their roster is, how many guys had 10 plus points in the playoffs. when the fourth line needed to score, they'd score. Third line needed to score, they score. Defense needs to step up. And it's unbelievable. Bobrovsky, I'm sure we talked about Hall of Fame for SGA. I'm sure Bobrovsky's got his Hall of Fame ticket punch too with how he's played recently.
Absolutely.
And then I don't know if you saw this. Apparently, Tkachuk had like a torn labrum,
a torn
adductor,
hip adductor. Yeah, dude.
And then Barkov's hand was split open. Like these guys are just warriors. So to think that they weren't even playing at 100%, and they're still that good. So imagine they were 100%.
But that's the one thing that makes hockey so special is these guys don't go and bitch and complain and moan and cry. No. They get on the ice and they go and play. Like, obviously, I know soccer players, those injuries are their own type of injuries, or like basketball, they flop and they're out. Like hats off to Tyrese Halliburton for playing because it's the finals, whatever. But like other situations, like I've seen, like the amount of the toughness that these NHL players have, especially Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was playing with a broken hand since game 1. Yeah, none of those guys are healthy. And, okay, you guys are gassing up hockey players because you played or you've been around it. Hell yeah, because you don't know how hard it is to get on that fucking ice and bust your ass for 60 minutes. Or you don't even get 60 minutes. Some guys only get 10 minutes of ice time a night in a Stanley Cup. Like those fourth line guys, they barely play.
Sometimes less, yeah.
Sometimes less. They dump the puck in, they get 40 seconds, and they're off. They don't show up on the stat sheet or anything like that. It's like Lundell, he was a massive part of that championship team for this Panthers team this past year, as well as the year before. But this year he was massive.
The series with Toronto, the best line for Florida was the third line. Like Tkachuk didn't really do anything in that series, and they still destroyed us.
Well, that's unbelievable. That's why I was texting you. I was like, Tkachuk, he's not fully healthy. And then, of course, when they won the cup, it finally came out. Like it was very obvious to see it wasn't like. And he said in the broadcast afterwards, when they were interviewing him, he said, as the playoffs went on, I got healthier and healthier and healthier. That's what really helped us out. He said, because in that first round, I really struggled. And you could tell, because with those type of injuries, you don't just recover like a month later like that. And I thought it was awesome to hear him shout out the trainers, the doctors, the medical staff, his wife, all of the Florida Panthers, just because of how much, grief he went through with those injuries during the Four Nations, and not knowing that he was going to come back. So, and then you have the
what
LTIR
a year for
thing.
him. Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
He Four Nations, did the fights, Jimmy Fallon show, New Heights podcast, Stanley Cup. Like the press run for Tkachuk right now is
I think
unbelievable.
It's not even done yet.
Oh, it's just getting started. He just won a ring. He just won another ring.
Just getting started. And listen here, though. Who's to say that the Florida Panthers can't three-peat next year? Because, like, if you look around the NHL, they're not really losing anybody. I'm very confident they're going to re-sign Bennett. Okay, Marchand probably comes back on a cheap deal. You may lose as a fourth-line guy to a lower-end team, and they pay him a little bit more money than he's supposed to be paid. But if you look at that team, they're not losing Reinhart. They already locked him up. Kachuk's already locked up. Barkov's locked up. The only other one that is potential, I don't think Aaron Ekblad leaves, though. I think he comes back wholeheartedly.
I don't know if they can afford Ekblad, Marchand, Bennett, though.
Yeah, but the thing is he may take a hometown a home team discount, Florida discount. He might, because
he's been there since they were terrible.
They've been there since exactly. So
I
don't
number one pick. They were so bad at that point.
You're telling me so. I honestly, like, if you look around the league, okay, teams are going to get better. Oilers are going to be in the same boat as next year. They're going to try to upgrade for goalie. They're not going to be able to afford anybody. Toronto, the whole Mitch Marner, stuff there, it doesn't look like he's coming back, but we don't know officially, because I don't think the Leafs officially announced anything. Am I right?
No, so here's the grapevine tea that's been spread throughout Toronto. So okay. Mitch Marner has a charity event in Toronto every year. He has a charity foundation, and it's supposed to be July 10th and 11th. The charity of this got leaked, emailed the people that were supposed to go saying, due to Mitch's uncertainty in July, we're canceling the event.
Okay, so you think he's gone. Okay, he's fine.
Gone.
So Toronto, you still have them as well, whoever they get, whatever they do as a collective group. Then you have Carolina. I'm sure they're going to be back as well. Then you have the West with Colorado and Dallas, which, all that stuff there.
Well, so Dallas is kind of fucked. I don't know if you saw. Like,
they have no cap.
Money.
They have no cap.
And
they have no
did you see what the coach said about Ottinger after the Edmonton series?
Yeah.
Just buried him. Just buried him. Yep. So he's probably gone too. Well, so I don't know what they're doing out there.
DeBoer is gone. They fired him. I saw that. Yeah. So,
but do you think Ottinger wants to stay after being disrespected like that in the biggest game of his career?
I don't know. I mean, listen, it all starts July 1st, so we'll see. It's coming up here shortly. But it's one of those things where you say it, you talk about it, and then, things go the complete opposite way with free agency because money is going to be thrown around with all kinds of players. But the number one priority for Florida is Sam Bennett. 100% totally understand that. But they're going to be right there. They could definitely very well do it. But aside from that, we got to talk about Connor McDavid. I mean, I think he's the most gifted player of all time, but it's coming to a point where you've lost 2 cups in a row to Florida, and they've been great teams. And Florida didn't just beat Edmonton. They dominated them. Like, I know the overtime games, but they handled all of those games as well. It was overtimes, which the Oilers played great in, but they beat them in 6. They beat them in 7 last year. They dismantled them. I mean, 5-1 5-1 the last game, and the game before that it was 5-2. I mean, they didn't take their foot off the gas at all. It looked like Edmonton was gassed, at times late, but with McDavid here, Hudda, you and I both know there is no way in a world where the Edmonton Oilers will trade McDavid, because what team has enough assets to even give up to acquire him? What team?
He's a free agent after next year, so nobody will trade. It'll probably be like a big signing, but I mean, he's not leaving.
I don't see him leaving. Do you think, though, when you sit here and look at it, because McDavid in the shoes of an Oilers player, living up to trying to live up to Gretzky, he hasn't eclipsed the cup mark yet. Do you think he sits there and goes, man, I could just be tired of just being in Edmonton with all this backlash, and I'm the golden boy from Canada. I'm the second coming of Gretzky. Like, do you think he has any possibility he leaves? Because I don't.
No, I don't think so. I mean, his whole family's out there. I saw on his wife just bought a bar and opened a bar in Edmonton. So you don't make an investment like that if you're going to leave. He's going to be there for a while. I think they're going to win. Look at the players they have. You have 2 of the top 4 players in the league on the same team. Mm-hmm. Eventually, you're going to put the right pieces around them to win a championship, and they're not going to. I'm assuming Skinner's obviously gone. I don't know how you run it back with him after, letting you down on the biggest stage 2 years in a row. I would say if they get a goalie, maybe patch up the defensive line.
How are you going to afford him, though?
I don't know. I think you got to really, really dig into the cap here. I think Hyman's on a pretty friendly contract. Draisaitl just signed for
him 8 years,
8
right?
years.
Yeah.
McDavid's probably going to sign for 7-8 years if they're really serious about, building this team for the next decade. I'm sure they'll win one. I don't think it's that much pressure. It's just funny because it's like the world of sports is all about overreacting. So McDavid,
of course,
best player on the planet, light years ahead of everyone. Oh, he's overrated. He's a fraud. He can't win the big one. It's like,
which nobody understands that. Like, you have the general sports media like Stephen A. Smith talking about Connor McDavid, and like the casual fans, they don't realize how hard it is to play in a hockey game, let alone win a Stanley Cup, to go against a Florida Panthers team like that. And
it's for clicks.
He had one. Okay, the big deal is he had 1 goal in that Stanley Cup. How hard it is to get a goal in a regular game? And then he had 21 in 21 games. He had 33 points. Him and Draisaitl, they combined for 66 points. 30 and 30 is 60, and 3 and 3 is 6. Yeah. So what?
He's also getting doubled every single
time,
and he's playing against a Hall of Fame goalie. So what do you want him to do?
I'll give this for the casuals out there. It's like how Aaron Donald was double teamed in the Super Bowl against the Patriots with the Rams. It's like how Aaron Donald was double teamed throughout his entire career, sometimes triple teamed, or how Calvin Johnson was double teamed and triple teamed on coverages in the end zone. That's how you can break it down for the casuals out there who don't know a clue about hockey and how hard it is to even get on the ice and go around somebody, let alone pass the puck. So there is no way McDavid is leaving, and he wouldn't. If Draisaitl wouldn't have signed that 8-year deal for nothing. McDavid is not leaving. He knows that. He wouldn't. No way. There's no way. They're going to be right back where they were next year. Like you said on the last podcast, wouldn't be surprised if it's those 2 teams again. I really wouldn't. Maybe Colorado because their speed, and if they can figure out their goalie situation, because they're right there with Edmonton, if not better. I know Dallas outplayed them, but Edmonton or Colorado's right there with Edmonton.
I mean, I think next year's Toronto's year, man. I don't know. I think next year's our year, bro. I don't know. I don't know. There's that blind optimism that like Toronto media. I guess this is why people like hate it so much. And I guess you don't really see it as much, like
because what you're saying right now.
Yeah, like Connor McDavid, born a Leafs fan.
Not happening.
It's not happening.
No,
it's not happening. And then there's Brad Marchand's a Leaf, Sam Bennett's a Leaf.
Oh yeah,
frickin'
everyone's a Laker, everyone's a Yankee. Yeah, of course. And then they don't go there.
That's a great analogy, actually. Everyone's a Yankee or Laker.
Everyone's a Cowboy. Everyone's a Dallas Cowboy. I want to break this. I want to briefly mention this with this stat here. I was actually texting you the other night about this. For people out there that need to realize this, Connor McDavid has played 10 NHL seasons. 8 out of his 10 NHL seasons, he has eclipsed the 100-point mark. Do you know how hard that is to get that? That is insane. 100 points in 8 seasons out of his 10 seasons he's played.
I want to pull up. There was one about him in the playoffs too. He was the third fastest player to hit 100 playoff points or something like that.
He's the fourth player to ever record 20 plus playoff points in 4 straight seasons, a feature Gretzky didn't achieve. Delivered consecutive 4-point games in the Stanley Cup's finals, 4 and 5, an NHL first. I mean, do people realize how hard that is? Because I know everyone in the NBA likes to hear about Jokic, but for hockey, which I arguably think is the hardest sport next to golf or tennis, people say fighting or boxing, it is insane to eclipse 100 points in a season and do it 8 seasons out of 10. Gretzky played 19 seasons, and out of 15 seasons, he had 100 points. That's insane, let alone. Gretzky is a whole nother conversation. But Connor McDavid here, he's a 5-time Art Ross Trophy winner. Most points in an NHL season. He has the 1,000-point mark already. He's one of the fastest to ever do it. I mean, it just keeps going and going. He's the second among active players in scoring pace at 1.49 points per game. Behind Draisaitl.
Yeah, that's insane. And Draisaitl, who's assisting on all those Draisaitl goals? McDavid. Like it's ridiculous.
He passed Ovechkin for career playoff points in fewer games.
Yeah, third fastest in NHL history to 100, I believe, something like that.
He's the fastest active player to 1,000 career points.
No, anyone that brings up the choking, or it's either just for clicks or they don't watch. Like I saw the Stephen A. Smith thing. ESPN's a joke. I don't know what you guys are doing with that network. It's just it's a network for clicks now. There's no real like sports journalism on there. Stephen A. Smith playing solitaire at the finals, and then joking about it. This is a joke.
Only Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux had more points per playoff game with similar volume. 108 playoff points in 73 games equals 1.48 points per game, one of the highest ever.
Yeah, I mean, just if you don't watch hockey, just like listen to the numbers we just threw out there. It's hard to fathom.
He was hurt at the end of this season, but he could win the MVP every single year. I mean, okay, if we want to talk about soccer, right? We want to compare soccer to hockey. We want to compare football to basketball. McDavid's comp in soccer would be, I know he's a lot younger, but who would it be? Like,
I don't watch enough soccer. Football, I'd say Josh Allen. I'd say he's Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's fair. He
can literally do everything, no matter what situation you put him in. He's loading up the stat sheet, but hasn't won the big one yet. I think he's Josh Allen.
But so, and that's the biggest thing, because let's bring up this point. This I didn't write down.
Or Lamar. Lamar might be a better one, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
In terms of stats, it might be Lamar might be the better one.
Yeah, because Lamar's got 2 MVPs. That's right. Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's go off of this here, though. LeBron James recently talked about ring culture in the NBA. Did you see that on his podcast he was talking about with ring culture? Everybody loves to talk about and get so focused on ring culture. Well, Dan Marino doesn't have a ring. Charles Barkley doesn't have a ring. I can go on and on. Luka Doncic doesn't have a ring. He hasn't finished his career yet. Connor McDavid doesn't have a ring. Is that what really matters when you're judging a player? Or are you because if they don't hit the mountaintop, right? Is that what we're so focused on? Mike Trout doesn't have a ring in baseball. I could go to other sports as well. Kevin Durant didn't have a ring until he joined the Golden State Warriors. Would you still be looking at these players if they didn't have the championships? Like, are we looking at Connor McDavid differently because he has a ring? Or like if he did, let's say they beat the Panthers one of these years and Connor has a ring. Is that how he's respected? Or that's my biggest thing. The players shouldn't be respected off of a championship. They don't want to compare LeBron and Jordan because LeBron's got 4, they do. LeBron's got 4, Jordan's got 6.
I think this is I guess the hot take of the show here. I think basketball fans are such Karens. Like, oh, but he doesn't have a ring. And then when he wins a ring, oh, but it was in the bubble. And Kevin Durant, oh, the knock on his legacy, he doesn't have a ring. He wins 2. Oh, well, he had to join a super team to do it. It's just like the goalposts keep moving in basketball in a way that I don't see in other sports.
Football
and it's
as
just
well.
So frustrating. I don't know if ring culture is as important in NFL, though, because it's more of a team effort, isn't it?
I'm with you. But then again, like, players are respected more because they won a ring. Like,
I understand the respecting for ring, but the way that NBA, like, I guess fans or critiques look, oh, well, he only won X number of championships. Like you saw Stephen A. said about Giannis.
Yeah,
if he only wins this one championship, underwhelming career. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Right. So it's like, but that's my biggest thing, because the reason why it's more media culture, like you said, the ring culture, it's more about the media and how they portray it, because
it's ridiculous.
That player is great regardless. It's not his fault he's been on a shitty team for 7 years, but that's how they want him. The pressure is mounted on him to reach the mountaintop. I won a championship for that team. That's how it should be. But it's also basketball. You don't realize how hard it is in hockey. Aaron Judge may never win a ring with the New York Yankees.
Yeah, that's absurd right there.
He is arguably already gone down as one of the greatest Yankees of all time. And you can go the list: DiMaggio, Mantle, Ruth, Joe Torre, Yogi Berra. I could keep going and going and going. And he's still a great player. He's having one of the greatest seasons in MLB history in the recent day this year.
Yeah, so, it's like Connor. It's the same as McDavid, right? He's going to put up some of the greatest stat lines and performances that pass the eye test you've ever seen. But if he doesn't win the big one, is that his whole career?
Right. I completely take my turn. This is a whole 180, because last year I was talking about, well, Ohtani hasn't won a ring yet, so he can't be respected like he should be or whatever. Okay, fine. But as a player, you should be judged off of your play on the court or on the field, on the ice. But it's also so different in basketball and football and hockey. Like, it's quarterbacks.
The worst is the NBA. The ring, I guess, like, narrative is highest in the NBA.
Yep.
And like just the fact that, like, oh, the quality of rings. So, oh, they won during COVID. That ring isn't a Mickey Mouse ring, right? That's the narrative.
Yes.
Or KD's rings don't count because he joined a super team. So why are we saying, oh, he has to win a ring, and then when he wins a ring, oh, it's a worthless ring? It's stupid.
So no, and the thing is, you made a great point there as well. It's just a conversation that always should be brought up, because, well, that guy won a ring. Like, Dan Marino never won a ring, but he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
Drew Brees has 1. Tom Brady has 7. Peyton Manning has 2.
And these are all elite top 5 quarterbacks. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Will we hold Lamar and Josh Allen to the same standard in 10, 15 years? Oh, well, they only have 1 ring.
Probably.
Or 2 rings,
they probably will. They probably will.
Like Jalen Hurts, put some respect on him. He's got 2. He's got 1 Super Bowl ring, and he's got a Super Bowl loss. He's got all that.
Is Matthew Stafford better than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson because he has a ring? No.
That's based on, like, the logic that people follow. Yeah.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Dak Prescott has pretty darn good stats as a quarterback. If you look at his stats, like, if he doesn't have a ring, of course, and everyone clowns him. Probably never will. But look at his numbers, and they're not bad. Like, they're not bad at all. I don't know the exact numbers. You can pull them up, but they're not bad as the way people make them out to be.
He almost won MVP. I think this was 2 years ago.
Probably.
When, like, the Cowboys went on that run. Remember, they got smoked by the Packers. Do you remember that?
Yes. 2 years ago, the wild card round against the Packers with Jordan Love. They had that insane game. Aaron Jones had like 3 touchdowns or whatever. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he's got 31,000 passing yards, 213 touchdowns, 82 INTs.
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. He's been in the NFL for 10 years. Correct.
He only started because Tony Romo got hurt.
Exactly. He was a 4th-round pick out of Mississippi State. Okay, moving on from that, I wanted to briefly talk about this. I know you're not a big MLB guy, but tensions were flaring in the Padres and Dodgers series. And, of course, the Dodgers and the Padres are 2 hours from each other, separated by the freeway in California. But is there going to come a point in time where, players should be suspended, or they need to take more look at this? Because, like, Tatis was hit by a pitch, and then Ohtani was hit by a pitch. And I don't know if you saw all the people on social media complaining, well, Tatis is a baby because he fell down and he was crying and all this. And Ohtani just walked and held his hand up like this and said, no, I'm good. I'm walking to first base. Like, obviously it's a rivalry. But the problem is like, can you even, like, okay, you get hit by a pitch. Oh, I accidentally threw that pitch. So there's really nothing you can do about it. But it's great for baseball between these two teams because they fucking hate each other. That NL West division right now is nasty with the Giants, the Padres, and the Dodgers, how much those three teams hate each other. And I don't know if you saw, but the Padres manager was upset and said that there's unfinished business after the game. And then Dave Roberts was upset. Like, there's a whole thing going on right now with these two teams. And I love it. I think it's great for baseball because baseball itself isn't that entertaining.
It's good for every sport. I love seeing sports teams fighting. Like remember Canada, USA dropping the gloves in Four Nations?
Yes.
The whole world was talking about that. Everyone loves to see fighting. It's just good for the game.
Absolutely. This is the best part here. And so Dodgers pitcher Yamamoto was one strike away from an immaculate inning, but lost it.
Oh, I saw this.
The controversial ball by the umpire Marvin Hudson. He still struck out. He struck out Tatis on 2 pitches later. Did you see that? How is that not a strike? Like, everybody in their mind, like Clayton Kershaw was like, "What?" Wow.
Maybe he had money on the opposite.
Don't say that. Listen, I am so sick of this. It's time for the MLB to get rid of umpires and put the robot umps in. Really, because at this point, these umpires keep messing it up in like crucial situations like this. Okay, yeah, they struck him out 2 pitches later, but like, what if he would have hit a bomb the next pitch later? He should have been struck out. That was a clear strike down the freaking middle.
Any sport where there's an area of the rules where there's subjective calls, it's the most frustrating thing. I think, like NFL, what's a catch, what's not a catch, or pass interference, striker ball.
Well, they got rid of the
flagrant or foul. There's just so many.
We'll get into scenarios. Caitlin Clark. Don't worry. I'm sure you saw earlier this week, or actually this past Sunday, Rafael Devers was traded to the New York Giants from the San Francisco Giants from the Boston Red Sox.
Could you explain that trade to me in like another sports?
I guess I can try. So basically, you could kind of say it's like not Luka and AD, like comparable player wise, but it's like Luka in the aspect of like how young Devers is, and the Red Sox just dump him off to another team. So and Devers was in the second year of his 10-year contract because he just signed this contract with the Red Sox last year, $313.5 million. I don't know what the Red Sox are doing. I know you've got the young guys, Roman Anthony, Christian Campbell, as well as some other guys as well, but I don't know what the Red Sox are doing. Like, you're basically said they came out and said, "Oh, we think we're going to be a better team that we got rid of Devers." And a part of the reason why they traded, because there was clubhouse turmoil with Devers earlier this year, how they recently signed Alex Bregman this offseason, the third baseman from the Houston Astros, and Devers wanted to play third base, and they moved him to DH. And then with the San Francisco Giants, he was introduced in his press conference and said, "I'll play whatever position they need me to," but he never said that with the Red Sox. So there was definitely clubhouse turmoil there. But I think it's really interesting that the Red Sox did trade Rafael Devers. The reason why is because you lost Mookie Betts a few years ago, which you traded to the Dodgers. You let go of Xander Bogaerts, who's now on the Padres. So, like, I don't know what the Red Sox are doing. You had the opportunity to get Soto. You had the opportunity to get Judge, and you lose Devers for some prospects who you don't even know if they're going to pan out or not. So, I don't know. I really don't understand it. It was Kyle Harrison, who's a AAA guy, James Tibbs III, who was the Giants' 4th prospect in 2024, another prospect. So these 3 are all pitching prospects.
What if they pan out though?
What if they do? What if they don't? Right. That's the one thing about baseball.
Like a genius.
Have you ever seen the movie Moneyball?
Oh yeah, classic.
Great movie, by the way. That is definitely a top sports movie of all time. 100%. Based on a true story. Billy Beane, Johnny Damon. Great movie. Like, great movie. Oh my gosh. But anyways, when Rafael Devers was horrible to start the year, I think he struck out like consecutive amount of times earlier in the year, I was like, oh, there's no way they keep this guy. Then he brought his average back up to like 272, 273, killed the Yankees in the series. Rafael Devers was traded after he basically like took out the Yankees in that series when they swept the Yankees that weekend. And I don't know, there was just a position conflict between the Red Sox and Devers, but I don't know if it'll work out. Do I think it was a mistake? I think you would want to try to build around a guy like that, but why would you trade him? I mean, hey, at least you traded him to the NL West, but I don't know. Baseball's weird like that, man. Red Sox fans, overreaction, like you said right away, were upset because they traded their best player, arguably, and he's been great for them. I don't know. I thought it was really interesting and really weird, if you ask me, why they traded him. It was definitely the franchise going a different direction. That's for sure. That's one of their guys that they just lost as one of their cornerstone guys. It looks like are they going to rebuild? Are they not? But
one less team chasing the Blue Jays in the East, baby. We're hot right now.
Yeah, they
We're
are
hot right now.
Former Red Sox GM called it a deal with value on both ends. Well, yeah, like you said, if the prospects work out, and then of course the Giants are getting a superstar or all-star. I mean, Devers is top. He's a DH. Well, he's a DH. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go off of DH positions, he's a top 5 DH in the MLB for sure. Yeah, I would say. I mean, in my opinion. But
who's the favorite to win the World Series right now? Dodgers?
I mean, yeah, and after they got Ohtani. Ohtani's pitching now, so yeah.
I saw that one inning. So is he going to play this season like both positions or just inside?
Yeah, I think what they'll do is they'll get him ready to pitch. Like I don't know when he'll do a full game or when he'll be full-time pitching. Like I think it'll be inning 2, one inning here, maybe 2 innings next game, maybe 3 innings. Like they'll do that. That's how I think I'll see. But I don't see anyone else beating them. I really don't.
I mean, listen, don't sleep on the Blue Jays. This could be the year.
Oh God,
I'm going to only say that because I'm going Sunday. So I'm.
Oh, who do they play?
I think White Sox.
Oh geez,
I've been twice this year. They lost one and they won one. So
should be an easy dub.
Should be. I like going to games.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Caitlin Clark.
Finally.
Here we go. God, maybe the best part of the show, man. Does the WNBA hate Caitlin Clark, or like do the refs hate Caitlin Clark? Because like, I mean, what the hell is going on here? Saturday. Let's talk about Saturday's performance. Woo! She had a fire on her ass, man. Came back missing 5 games, and she lit it up, beating the New York Liberty, beating them and making them have their first loss of the season. And then now they're going to the Commissioner's Cup. But then after that, in Tuesday's game, like, is there like a circular target on Caitlin Clark's back or what?
It's good for business. I mean, these clips are getting, like, we talked about it last time. The social media numbers the WNBA is pulling right now are absurd, right? The NBA finals are going on right now, and they're somehow carving out a space for conversation because of stuff. It's a chef's kiss what they're doing. And then you saw, like,
you saw the play,
yeah,
right?
the fight. Now, but think about it, because now obviously we've pumped up.
Sure.
You know, we've pumped up what's her name? Caitlin Clark. We've pumped up Indiana Fever. She's Steph Curry.
Yes.
Now with Cunningham, we have our second star. We have another star.
Yes.
It's like what they're doing marketing wise is so brilliant, and I can't stop watching it. They're doing such a good job.
No, it's great. I mean, Caitlin Clark had her worst game probably of her career last night. She was 0 of 7 from 3. She finished the game with 11 points. Aside from that, going back to Tuesday night's game against the Connecticut Sun, there's real beef there. But
that's amazing.
No, there is, but there is no place in basketball for somebody to be poked in the eye. And like, then they're saying Caitlin Clark is flopping. In what world is she flopping? Oh, she flailed and she fell over. For crying out loud. That girl, JC Sheldon, should have been kicked out of the game. She should have received a flagrant 2. There's no reason why you need to poke somebody. Listen, I get it. She's playing her hard. She's guarding her. It's basketball. Aside from the viewership and the recordship and the media and all that, it's just a basketball game. I totally get that. But there's no place in basketball for like that. These WNBA refs need to figure it out because it's only getting worse. We thought it was bad last season with fouling and attacking her. It's gotten to a whole nother level now. Like, this girl has a target on her back. Like beep 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 beep. Caitlin Clark. Beep 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 beep. Caitlin Clark.
I think there's a positive sign in that the league is gaining so much more credibility. The fact that people are so upset that they're complaining now. You know, for a while, the WNBA prior to like the Caitlin Clark era, it was kind of there, but I don't think it was getting enough attention that it is now. And now you have mainstream sports fans looking at it, NBA fans crossing over looking at it. It's just, obviously, I think because I see it more as an entertainment spectacle than a legitimate professional sports league at the moment. I think that's why my mindset is a little bit like warped when it comes to stuff like this, but I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I am like fully invested, and I can't wait for Toronto to get a team.
It's frustrating because like she doesn't deserve this type of treatment. I get it, she's just a basketball player, but no player deserves this. And hey, I'm happy for her because her freaking teammates stuck up for her at the end of the game there. And did you see when they like the girl basically like, oh, like that's her at the end of the game. So earlier in the game, Clark was fouled by Sheldon, poked in the eye, pushed or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end of the game, when the girl's going up for the layup, her teammate Sophie Cunningham.
I saw it. It's good for the game. It's like people are talking about it. People are watching.
Obviously, no, they are.
There's obviously like, as a professional sports league, you're going to need to clean that shit up. But as a fan and just an entertainment process, I love watching it. So
but as a physicality standpoint, like the refs need to figure this out because like that's not basketball. Like it's not like I know.
Well, on the contrary, what if that's their way to like differentiate themselves from the NBA? Yeah, you can get a little physical here, and more people will tune in. I know it's silly, but it's just like, look, that's kind of a way to get more eyeballs on, build more stars. Like it's just, I'm not in charge, but I mean, I would pitch it.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, if you're gonna like. This is like, like Brother Bear. Like, this is my bear. If you're gonna do that to her, I'm gonna stick up for Brother Bear. I'm gonna stick up for my crew, my Cubs, because you're not gonna do that to Caitlin Clark and think you're gonna get away with it. And it's only going to get worse. It's not gonna get better. But the refs need to figure out how to nip this in the bud because it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get like Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard type in the big three type. Like these girls aren't playing around. Like, and I strongly believe this. These girls are 100% jealous of Caitlin Clark because of the notoriety and the viewership that she has brought in and how much attention she's getting. And the spotlight is on her compared to all the other girls. You just saw it. The WNBA All-Star voting first round just came out. There's 4 Fever players on that voting. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark. If I'm not mistaken, you can look it up. It's Caitlin Clark, Kelsey. Yeah, it's 5. Unless is Sophie Cunningham on there? No, I know it's Lexi Hull, Leah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark. These girls are all great players. Kelsey Mitchell's a huge part of the Fever's team. We also know Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull. She's a solid player. Aaliyah Boston is very, very good as well.
Cunningham is not there, but
Cunningham is not there, but she'll probably be there. But she'll probably be there. Did you see she just hit 660,000 followers on TikTok because of all that and how Caitlin Clark? Yes, the Caitlin Clark effect is real.
Gorgeous. Like she's also gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Hey, I haven't looked at that, but I'm just saying that this league is here to stay, and everyone around the league should stand around and have Caitlin Clark on the podium and go, "You're welcome, because I put this league on the map." Like, do you remember last year when they were having the WNBA riffs about the potential lockout?
Yeah, I mean, now I think you can't take it away. It's such an entertainment property that I think they have a lot more bargaining power when it comes to these TV deals. I don't know what they're on right now, but I think like people are watching, people are buying tickets, people are buying merch, people are talking about it. Everything's going right for them right now.
Yes.
Except for the stuff on the court, which is actually helping the stuff off the court.
Well, it's continuing to grow. I mean, you have national news headlines talking about it. Fox News had Dave Portnoy on, and he was talking about Caitlin Clark. I'm like, what? I texted my friend the next morning. I'm like, or that morning, I'm like, what? For here you go.
Entertainment. Yeah, I think I quoted that. I think I came out wrong. I guess the entertainment side of the WNBA brings me in more than the on basketball product.
I love the basketball aspect of it. I'm with you there. But this game became ABC's third most watched viewer NBA telecast ever, averaging 2.2 million viewers and peaking at 2.8, a 76% increase over last year.
Yeah. 76% year-over-year increase. Like any business will look at that and go, okay, they're doing something right.
Wait, let me write down on my notes. Wait, there's a girl that played at Iowa. She was the leading scorer in college basketball history. She had the second number of jersey sales across the WNBA and NBA. Oh, in 2024. Oh, her name's Caitlin Clark. That's why the ratings are the way they are. Right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got it now. Got it.
She should get, this is crazy. She should get the Taylor Swift NFL treatment. Camera on her every single time, all of her reactions, all of her points, because she seems to be the one people love. And obviously now she's starting to get a little bit of hate. I'm seeing it now. She's getting a little bit of hate, not just on the field, on the court, off the court. So if you just want to build the league around her and just I mean, 76% year over year. The numbers don't lie. Let's do it.
I love it. The WNBA's league-wide TV viewership also surged 15% year over year on ESPN platforms.
Guess what? Insane. It's going to go up again next year.
It's going to end the year after.
It's perfect.
Wait till she wins a ring or she wins MVP, because Nafisa Collier is leading the MVP this year. But let's just say the Fever beat the Minnesota Lynx in the Commissioner's Cup on July 1st. Woo! That's gonna. Well, it's like the NBA in season tournament.
That still counts.
Basically like that. But seriously, man, though, I mean, the fact that Caitlin Clark was second in jersey sales amongst the NBA and WNBA in 2024 is insane. Like, that's
Nike's
nuts.
Giving her a shoe. Did you see that? Nike's giving her a shoe.
I'm probably gonna buy it.
She's gonna get a shoe too.
I still need a jersey. I want to get a jersey so bad. Not that I can't afford it. The reason why, because it was like, it's unisex, of course. So like this year looks different, but like I've seen other guys wear it. Like Tim McGraw wore it. Portnoy has one.
I'd get one.
Other people have it. Like I think I have to. They were on sale last week on Fanatics last week from it was normally 100 and it was 65. I'm like, damn it, dude. I want one so bad.
I love it. I cannot wait for the Toronto team to start next year, and the day the Fever come to Toronto, oh my God, that's gonna be crazy.
Do you think that no, I can't wait. She's gonna be there as well. Do you think do the refs have something out for Caitlin Clark though, like not protecting her, or because when you think about it, these fouls and fouls that she's been a part of are they're not basketball plays. These are viciously attacks to come at her. Yeah, poking somebody in the eye is not a basketball play. I know when you're face guarding somebody or you're hand guarding, okay, fine. You might this girl deliberately went out there and poked her in the eye on purpose. And then they tried to make it out she was flopping.
We see it in other sports though. Teams will target the best players, try to get in their heads, to disrupt them. So I don't think it's any different than any other sport, but obviously the refs need to get a hold, because literally gets poked in the eye and just boom, right to the ground. And that's not a flop. That was someone running at you, probably 75% speed. Full
100%.
Bang.
The best part about it, though, is I know she has a target on her back. The beep, 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 beep. She has that on her back. I don't know if you've watched the highlights of the clips. You got to tune into a game. Tomorrow they actually play is it tomorrow they play the Aces?
I'll watch.
Or is it Sunday? I think it's Sunday they play the Aces. They play the Aces on, I forget if it's Saturday or Sunday. It's on ABC. But if you listen to this here, when she's out on the court and they do this to her, that fuels her fire. She is amped up, ready to go. I swear, man, when they do that, it lights a fire under her ass, because it makes her play better. I really do. And it's shitty to see because she's getting that treatment, but man, it ignites her. Whoa. It is like she just drank a Celsius or a C4 and just, whoa. Seriously.
That clip of her just pulling up from half 3 straight times in the first quarter and sinking all 3. I mean, we're talking
9 points in 38 seconds.
Yeah, we're talking
on
about
Saturday.
One of the most exciting athletes on the planet right now.
I mean, seriously. I mean, that Saturday game was insane. Her stat line, I think, was 32, 11, and 7, if I'm not mistaken. I mean,
think about this conversation we're going to have in 5 years of where WNBA will be.
And also, too, shout out to Paige Beckers from UConn, who's been crushing it, too. She's coming for Rookie of the Year. She's been great this month as well.
They're growing. It's
growing.
It's like watching a television show or a child just grow.
Wait till Juju Watkins gets in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. Who tore her ACL
comes
from
back healthy,
USC.
hopefully.
Comes back healthy. She comes into light. Oh man, I love it, man. The WNBA is officially here. Oh, Sabrina Ionescu, of course, you have as well, who's a great player. So
Cameron Brink.
Rest
up, heal up.
This past month, in the month of June, I think I'm pretty sure I bookmarked this. Yeah, I did. I bookmarked this. Give me 1 second. Here it is. In the month of June, here it is. Most points per game. Caitlin Clark, most points per game in June. Ionescu next, and then Becker's third. That's great. The basketball is in great hands for the WNBA. It really is.
It's a good product. It's entertaining.
It is.
You see fights. You see crazy shots. You see all this good stuff. Yeah.
It's great to. Honestly, it's been great. But did you see the recent stuff with Tyreek Hill and Noah Lyles not racing?
Yeah, I remember he called them out a while ago.
So now they're not racing. He canceled. Why do you think Noah Lyles even canceled?
I think he lost to Speed, and like that wasn't, or he beat Speed. But I like to see a rematch between I Show Speed and Noah Lyles.
So Tyreek Hill and Noah Lyles, they were supposed to race, but I think that Noah Lyles' management team or PR team said you're not racing him.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I think it's weird.
The training camp starts next month,
but Tyreek Hill wanted to do it. He's still racing.
I think Tyreek Hill
recently ran
to retire or get traded because I think he doesn't give a shit about NFL anymore.
Tyreek Hill recently ran a 10.15 100-meter showing serious speed.
And it's like, bro, what about football? Like, it's not even like football's on his priorities. You see his TikTok? It's like he doesn't even care.
No, he doesn't.
He's doing clinics. No, I will say he's doing clinics. He actually did one in Burlington, which is like an hour and a half out of me. I don't know why he was out here, but he did a clinic
in Toronto.
Camp. Yeah, outside of Toronto.
What the hell?
I just saw it on Instagram. I was like,
he was just in LA recently too.
Yeah.
So going on to staying on the NFL here, you saw the Ravens sign Jair Alexander.
Yeah, because Lamar asked them for it.
That was crazy.
I like that.
The clip, he was like, "Go get me a corner." The next day, they go and sign it. I mean, he was available. I mean, they did play together at Louisville, which was cool to see. Is it like? Do you think that, like, for the Ravens, like, is it Super Bowl or bust? Because like all the investment pieces you've invested into,
I think
it's got to be.
I can't believe I'm saying this, and this will live because this is the internet forever. I think this is the year the Ravens can win a Super Bowl.
Every year people say that. The past couple years, everyone's been saying that, though.
I think this because like they definitely the year that they played Kansas City at home, they obviously shit the bed, right? Last year, I think it came down to
the AFC Championship,
just a couple errors in a bad spot against the Bills. If you clean that up, you have the right coach, you have the right quarterback, you have the right personnel. I think they can do it. They're my AFC pick this year. Super Bowl, probably, I would say I'm going to go Ravens.
Ravens opened the season against the Bills, aiming for a better outcome. We'll see. But
where is that game?
Against the Bills on September 7th. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's in Buffalo or Baltimore. However, though, I think the Ravens signing Jair Alexander is a great pickup because he gets away from Green Bay. He didn't want to be there. The Ravens, I think, are in a better position than the Green Bay Packers. So I think it's a great move for them. It was a very cheap deal. It's a 1-year deal. It's to see how it goes. I mean, obviously, he battled a lot of injuries. He's only played 14 games over 2 seasons. So that's another thing there as well to take into consideration. But that Ravens secondary is loaded. Nate Wiggins, Jair Alexander, Malachi Starks.
I was about to say, they just drafted a guy too. So you're bringing
Malachi Starks, Nate Wiggins, Marlon Humphrey as well. Like that Ravens secondary is nasty. Like that's a big pickup for the Ravens. I mean, Jair Alexander is he's arguably still a top 6 to 8 corner in the NFL on any given Sunday. When healthy, he's going to be healthy this season to start the year. He was, but I don't think he wanted to be in Green Bay. He wanted out of there. They got rid of him, of course. So it's a 1-year deal. This is, to see how he'll do. I mean, imagine if he balls out this year, though. Woo!
I think the Ravens, because
he's going to be fired up, especially playing with Lamar.
There's I might again. It's June. By this time next week, I might have a different Super Bowl pick. But like crystal ball right now, I think the Ravens are going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
So the Ravens is your pick. All right, staying in the NFC North.
For now.
I now pronounce you man and wife. Aaron Rodgers signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, you called that back in February. Dude,
I mean, is he not too obvious?
Is he not the corniest guy in the world? I'm married now with the ring. Yeah, we got married mysteriously. I get it. You want to keep it private, but then why would you show up with a wedding band?
Maybe he's in love.
Maybe he wants people to know that he's married. That's what he cares about. He wants people to know.
Oh, yeah.
And then he knows people are going to critique him, and then he goes, "Oh, I don't really care." Yeah, you do.
He cares. He cares about everything. He's so sensitive.
He cares. Okay, so now Rodgers.
Did you watch that doc about him on Netflix?
No, I told you I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you never seen it? Okay, yeah,
No, the recent one I started, I told you, was Love Island, and I finished.
Right.
I finished. What was the one I just finished on Netflix? Ginny and Georgia. I finished that. That was really good.
Oh, okay.
I finished season 3.
The Aaron Rodgers show is fascinating because you dive into this guy's mind, and it's like, how did he land up a football player? Like, he's such a weird individual.
He is a weird guy. So he's on a 1-year deal worth up to $14 million with incentives, up to $14 million. But also, too, people need to remember, this isn't Aaron Rodgers' team. This is Mike Tomlin's team. This isn't Rodgers' team.
Well, they don't have a running
Mike
game.
Tomlin runs the show. No, not really. They obviously let go of Najee
They might
Harris.
just let it rip.
Let him sling it.
Let him sling it. Because I think this is his. Remember when who was it? Was it Paul Pierce who went on that retirement year where nobody was like, come on, bro, nobody Paul you're Pierce retiring, but you're not getting a Kobe farewell. I think this is his Paul Pierce farewell.
Well, listen. With Rodgers, we thought he was going to hang it up after the Jets, but that was a disaster. So what if this Pittsburgh Steelers time, this 1 year that he's on, is a disaster? Is he done? Like, do you just end your career like that?
I think he's done regardless. I think just the
But he hasn't hinted out. Rodgers is a very secretive guy. Of course, I mean, the guy wears Apple wired headphones, for crying out loud, because he doesn't want it to affect his brain.
Bluetooth. Apparently,
yeah. Oh my God, dude, you're gonna die one way or the other, man. Come on, you're doing He's doing drugs. Well, but that's worse for your brain than wired headphones or the Bluetooth headphones. Come on. Anyways,
how many games to the season before they bench him for Rudolph?
He's not getting benched. No way.
Maybe.
No way.
What if he just starts stinking out the joint? I mean, they're off. Have you seen their offense?
Have you seen their schedule? Have you seen their schedule?
Well, AFC North, you probably already have a pretty tough schedule.
You have you got the
and the NFC North. They get the Lions, Packers,
Vikings, Bears.
I made a video about this. The Steelers' schedule has been designed as an Aaron Rodgers retirement tour.
Oh my God!
Right, start against the Jets. You get the Packers in a primetime game, the Vikings, the Lions, the Bears, teams he's played. You got, and then of course we get these dream matchups: Aaron Rodgers versus Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Burrow.
Yep.
They've set up the Steelers schedule.
Rodgers to Metcalf. Listen, man. Hey, I'm a full blown hater right now because Rodgers should have retired. He should have retired this offseason. You're going to put Pittsburgh through hell, and Pittsburgh didn't want to commit to being mediocre. Pittsburgh realistically should have drafted a quarterback in the draft, or maybe they shouldn't have. They should have just went with Mason Rudolph. They drafted Will Howard. Will Howard. I'm saying like
national champion.
Okay, yeah. He's not going to see the field. Anyways, all I'm saying is that Pittsburgh should have went out with the guys that they had: Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and you shouldn't have signed Rodgers, because now when you lose, Rodgers blames everybody and this and that, and the off-season workouts with Metcalf at UCLA. And dude, I'm so tired of the Aaron Rodgers stuff, man. I really am. It's sickening at this point. It really is.
I think Tomlin's gonna hold him in check. I think I've seen they have a lot of respect for each other, and obviously I think what happened off the field with the Jets last year, with the turmoil of the owners, and then Saleh getting fired and Rodgers being accused of it. I think there's less drama in
All
Pittsburgh.
Right, what's your Pittsburgh record prediction?
What do they always go 9-8? That's their
so
thing.
that's what you're going with?
They always go 9-8.
They went 10-7 last year and they made the playoffs.
Yeah, so they're gonna sneak wild card or be in the playoff hunt.
But Steelers fans are so caught up in the fact that Justin Fields played the first 4 games, and Justin Fields played really well. And then Russell Wilson came in and we made the playoffs with Russell Wilson and wild card, but we lost to the Ravens. But Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson.
Steelers fans should be more worried about the TJ Watt contract.
But your team didn't get much better. Contract extension for TJ Watt. That's another thing as well.
I think that's what they need to be worried about.
Then you traded George Pickens. George Pickens is a cancer. Yeah, but George Pickens is really, really good.
The Steelers haven't had a franchise QB since Big Ben. They've just delayed. They've delayed finding one.
Steelers fans are delusional. They're right up there with Cowboys and Eagles fans and Niners fans and all those teams. The Steelers fans are ruthless. The steel curtain, the steel city, that stupid towel that they wave. Oh my
terrible
God.
Towel.
The terrible
towel. The terrible towel.
I call it the stupid towel because I hate the Steelers.
Oh, be careful there. You're gonna piss off some people with that one. Be careful.
I'm wearing a light yellow, so it's no correlation to them. But they're fans of the worst. They really are. And now they have Rodgers. Oh, you eating a banana right now?
It's yellow too. Go Steelers. I wanted to hold it up because it looked
Don't you dare say go Steelers. You're a fucking Patriots fan.
No, it looked like a terrible towel, which is why I wanted to hold it up. That's why.
God. All right. Staying in the NFC North. I mean, we got
Patriots
our own.
Patriots play the Steelers in Foxborough at some point.
I know.
We
have our own TMZ, the AFC North. Rodgers to the Steelers, Jair Alexander to the Ravens, and Shedeur Sanders. He's put himself back in the media again. What is this guy doing? When he does this kind of stuff, and then he did. Okay, I saw headlines about this, and I was reading comments about this. it's not that bad to go 100 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone, or in a 60 mile an hour zone to go 100. Yeah, it is. That's reckless driving. You can go to jail for that. Like any other normal person, you can actually go to jail for that. Like, I don't think people realize it. I don't know the laws or the rules in Canada, but here in Florida, shit, you drive like that here,
they'll impound your car. You'll lose your license, suspension. I don't know.
So he was going 100 miles an hour in a 60 mile an hour zone. He faces a $250 fine, or he can contest the ticket in court. Only a $250 fine? Only?
Could you imagine Shedeur in court contesting that ticket?
Oh my God.
I'm not paying that.
She's not saying a word. He's not saying a word.
You know who my daddy is? Do you know who my daddy is?
The fuck up. He was pulled over again for speeding on June 19th. This was the second one. So it's like, does this guy not realize like he's not above the law? Like, I never understood why people need to go that fast in the first place. Like, this goes to just people driving in general. You realize you're not going to get there much faster if you're driving as fast as you think you're going, or you're going 80 and a 40 or whatever. Like, it's not like, okay, you may get there 2 or 3 minutes faster, but like, you realize like you're probably going to get pulled over for this. Like, what in your right mind thinks that you need to go that fast? You're not in a movie.
No, it's the privilege. The car pull. How many times do you think NFL players have been speeding? The cop comes up.
Sure, privilege is.
Go away.
Sure, yeah, but then again, these cops now, a lot of times, not really. Like, maybe off air, like you don't hear about it a lot, but these guys now, they get pulled over all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, I think it's embarrassing for Shedeur Sanders. Like, you're a 5th round guy. You weren't a 1st round guy. I know your name is Shedeur Sanders, but doing this doesn't help your case at all to be the Browns starting QB. Like, yeah, it's your off the field stuff, but it doesn't put a good look as potentially being the Browns QB1 into the future, leading them to, it doesn't. It's a very bad look.
How many NFL players have been caught speeding over the last year? Tyreek Hill before game 1. Yep. Rashee Rice.
Shedeur Sanders.
Deshaun
Watson was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Henry Ruggs obviously is the most
infamous case. Yes, yeah. I was going to say that one. That's a decent amount.
NFL players like speeding.
Hey, because they think they're above the law. Yeah. Like you said, the privilege. No.
They don't have it, but they think they have it.
They think they have it, but they don't.
Because they drive sports cars, and they like driving these sports cars fast. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
If I was driving one of those, I'd want to give it some gas at some point too. But be careful.
But twice in 2 days.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like, come on, like, use your head. Like, you got pulled over on June 17th for going that fast, and then 2 days later you get pulled over again. Come on.
I'm sure his dad's gonna give him a stern talking to. But
I'm sure. Yeah, hey, listen, man. You keep doing that, you lose your. Hey, you do that. You keep doing that, you're going to lose your license. Oh, then he'll have a driver drive him. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Oh, he probably can afford that right now. Like, because I think now with the NFL,
the rookie
there's a bit more privilege. Like, college players coming in with the introduction of NIL, it's like these guys aren't as humble because they're already making money.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So he doesn't need the NFL.
Exactly.
Like same thing with Bronny. He doesn't need the NBA.
No.
I still can't believe it's only $250 fine. I thought it'd be way more than that.
Think about when Arch comes in next year, right? He's gonna have
if he comes in, there
maybe he stays another year, but
probably
if he
will.
Comes in, he's already got $10 million in the bank. He's making like rookie salaries. Probably like, I'm a big deal. I don't need to care about this stuff. I'll speed. I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you, but we have to talk about this here though. Aside from Shedeur Sanders, did you see the Kelsey Plum autograph stuff?
Yeah, the game is growing. The game is growing.
Okay, but first of all, though, like, we need to draw a fine line. Like, people are upset or mad at Kelsey Plum because she didn't want to sign an autograph. I know they're fans. I know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander signed 429 autographs before the NBA Finals game, but like these players are humans too. Like, personal space is not a bad thing. Like, you're waiting outside a fan's hotel or a player's hotel. That's kind of weird. Like, come on. Like, she's not on the court. She's not near the facility. They're coming off of the bus. And like, also too, you don't know what she's gone through. Like, you don't know her. Like, maybe somebody in her family died, or maybe she just ate something that was really bad, or she's just having a bad day. Like, for people to overreact and get mad, like, where do we draw the line there? Right? Like,
okay, if you're at a hotel and Ovi gets off a bus, are you not getting his autograph?
Probably not, because I'm not going to ask. No.
Ovi. Your guy. Wow.
No, I don't care about that stuff.
I guess maybe now is different, but like as a kid, if I'm a fan of a player,
that was a grown man.
Yeah. He was going to sell that card. I think that's the other thing. He's going to sell that card.
Right. So I'm profiting off of you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine. Listen, sports memorabilia is a very important thing. Like Wayne Gretzky's cards, Babe Ruth, these rare cards. Of course, he was going to sell that. But like, where do we draw the fine line of like personal space and privacy? I get she's out in the public, but like, it's not a bad thing for her to say, I don't really feel comfortable signing this right now. Like, they don't have to do that. They're not required. And I understand the WNBA, but like, you know how many times people have tried to get LeBron's autograph outside there and they're not like mad at LeBron?
Yeah, because he's like, I think this is what comes with being like a tier 1 sports league. And so as bad as it sounds, like it's just going to keep happening. They got to get used to it. But like, I don't know. I don't fault her for saying no because he wasn't.
I don't either.
It's not like, oh, my daughter's the biggest Kelsey Plum fan. Please sign it. No, I'm going to sell this card on eBay. So please give me the money.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't understand the issue with her saying no. Like everyone's
there's no issue with her
everyone
saying
was
no.
very turned off by the situation that that you expect us to grow your sport or your league and you won't even sign an autograph. No, you don't. They don't have to. It's a nice thing to do, but he's also going to be profiting off of that card, that autograph.
I think I misunderstood her. I have no problem with her saying no to signing, but it's like that's part of being a top tier sports league. So like that's going to keep happening. I think they choose to sign it or not.
I'm with you 100%. I think we have to stick here on this topic about paparazzi or autographs. You saw the Justin Bieber stuff recently, right?
I'm standing on business,
dude. They're like, there's memes everywhere out that now.
I made one.
I saw. There's a PTO one that Justin Bieber had some fun with it, but like,
it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on
business. Like, we're not friends, but like, okay, like paparazzi, for example, like that's their job to go get autograph or to go get content. You want to call it content or videos, but like it is the most intrusive invasion of privacy I think ever to exist. Like Tom Brady was photographed naked at his house. He was naked on his balcony, and the photographers or paparazzi took a picture of him.
Okay, I didn't know.
Like,
that caught me off guard.
It's not even Tom. Like, aside from Tom Brady, like celebrities or A-list celebrities or the high-end celebrities or athletes get photographed, or obviously that comes with it. But like, how intrusive they are is just on a whole nother level. And then there's like the video with Bieber. They're trying to talk to him like, "Happy Father's Day, Justin." Like, you know how weird that is? We're not friends. You're making money off of me. Like, I get those people have to support their families or themselves, but like to the level that they do it is just it's extreme. They don't need to be doing it the way they do it. Get your picture and go.
I mean, that's just everyone's got to make money. It's an expensive world. We cover professional athletes for a living too. They just do it in a different context.
Listen, but to the level that you do it, right? Like talking about somebody, but like putting a camera right up to them, like as he gets off the bus, or like in their driveway and stuff. Like, it's private property. Like, you technically can't even be doing that. Like, I don't know. I just think it's the most uncomfortable, cringiest thing there ever is to exist. Talking about it's fine. Listen, I'm with you, but I think Bieber has every right to feel that way. Don't you?
Well, I think there's some other stuff going on with him that's making this, like, he seems like he's losing his mind.
You think so?
Or just the stuff he's posting on Instagram.
Yeah,
definitely going through some shit right now. So
the middle finger thing is pretty funny.
Or the text conversation he had with his friend. Like,
that's bad.
Grim. I mean, he's obviously dealing with some stuff. So
no, he is, and
for the paparazzi knowing he's dealing with some stuff,
he is pretty fucked up.
Yes. No, your intention is to get something out. It was like when Kanye was losing his mind and they'd go find him. Remember? It's they want clicks.
Well, Kanye went to Diddy's trial.
Yeah.
That was
and then
insane.
He checked himself into a mental facility because I guess the trial was so gruesome.
I mean, it's funny that it's a meme, but it's also sad to the point where it's like, it's very sad to see what he's going through because he has a marriage. He has a son. They just, he has a son and he's clapping back at them now. And, it's really catching up to him. But the paparazzi thing with them just really,
I saw a rumor he's going broke because he sold his music.
I saw that as well. There's just a lot.
Broke.
There's a lot going on with him.
Living off his wife's modeling gigs, I think.
Or well, she just sold Road for $1 billion.
Okay, so they're fine. But yeah, he's personally, I think, going broke is what I've heard.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking you that I'm standing on business, is it? And he has like that. Bieber has that high pitched voice.
Oh no.
He called himself a. Oh, you there? Yeah, sorry. You there?
Yeah, I'm still.
It cut out for a second. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it? He called himself a real man, husband, dad, and accused the cameras of provoking him. But then again, he doesn't have to walk up to the cameras. Like if he would have just stayed in the bus, like
he didn't have to say that.
Like he didn't have to. He didn't have to say anything. And that's the shitty part about it was everyone was going to spin this and use that against him. Yeah, it's not clocking to you.
That's gonna live forever. No, like sorry,
that's
Bieber,
never going to go away
forever.
That's never going to go away. Like it was. I watched the whole thing too. I'm like, oh my gosh, like
it's funny.
And like, no, but Justin, we're just we're here. And he goes, it's not a game. It's not a game. He kept saying. It is.
There was one a few months ago. I don't know if you saw this, where like, I think it was a TMZ girl. She's following Kanye like this, had the phone like that. He just took the phone from her.
Yeah,
took her phone.
Yeah.
And
He's
like, really, he's like filming her. He's like, why are you doing this to me? Why do you need to ask these questions? Blah blah blah. It was fascinating how these people's brains work.
Well, I mean, you had Taylor Swift at the hockey game last week, the Panthers and the Oilers. You took a hold of that.
The internet broke with that one. That was
my god! Like the Swifties, like they had their receipts right away. Like you could, like, when was the last time Taylor Swift attended a hockey game? Well, she went to the Predators game. Well, she went to the Kings game. Well, she was in an ad. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like I'm talking about, like, I never thought I'd see her at a hockey game like in recent years. Like, did you?
Oh, I didn't even know she was a hockey fan. Like I thought she just likes being at important sporting events like the Super Bowl.
I didn't think she'd be at the Stanley. I didn't think she'd be at the Stanley Cup. Did you?
She's living my dream. She gets to go to the Super Bowl. She gets to go to the Stanley Cup.
She's in Florida. She's in Florida. She gets to meet Gretzky. Did you see?
Gretzky was on the Kelsey pod, right? That's probably why he went up there.
Yeah. Dude, that was pretty sick to see that lineup. Did you see that the next day she went to the Children's Hospital in Florida and she was like seeing fans or people, the patients that were in the hospital? Did you see that?
I didn't, but she, like, that's just a testament to, like, she's a good human being. I know we all joke about, like, get her off the screen, get her off my TV. I think her brand image is one thing, but her as a person is like, I don't hate her as a person. Absolutely not.
I think that's what really upsets me the most is how people try to take that and spin that, because like at the end of the day, like, yeah, she's the most, one of the most popular people on the planet aside from her music, but like these people that like she's visiting, like that makes their day. Like that is, that some of these people are like at the end of their lives, like these young kids, and to see her go there, I thought was, a testament, like you said, to her true character. Like she's a good person deep down inside. Like she's not a bad person, like aside from politics. And if you hate her music or whatever, like, and the people try to say that's PR or why does she need to do that and go see them? Like, you don't know like what those kids are going through. Like that just made their day. Like, I mean, I just thought it was really, nice to see that she did that. Like, yeah, okay, you could say it's PR, but it's not. Like other athletes do that as well. But like just to see her go and take time out of her day and do that and, take fans. And then, she, doesn't refer to herself as Taylor Swift. She just refers to herself as Taylor there. And she's asking them the proper names. Like, what are their real names? Like, it's just a nice, heartfelt thing to do. Like, okay, people could say you're gassing her up. No, like, to see those kids in those situations is hard. Like, some people tend to forget, like, life is hard. And the fact that those kids are going through that, let alone they're big Taylor Swift fans, and she just comes in and it makes their day. I thought it was amazing. I really did.
Yeah, those clips always put a smile on my face. But like, going back to the people hating on her for being on TV, that's not her call. That's NHL on TNT's call. TNT is the broadcast truck, camera pointed to her that they're cueing every time. That's not her fault. That's their fault. Same with CBS, same with Fox, same with every time she's on TV in an NFL game. It's not her choosing to be on TV. It's people putting her on TV. So the hate should be directed to the networks, which is where my hate is, not to her. It's why do we keep showing her?
She's not doing anything wrong. It's not her fault, like you said, that they're showing her. She's just there enjoying her time. Yes, of course, that's going to come with fame and notoriety, but the NHL and the NFL are capitalizing on her success and trying to market. That's what they're doing. They don't care about
just
her.
To a point, though, like when Tkachuk scored the goal in Game 3, the first person they put the camera on after he scored was her. She was on her phone. It's like, come on, like that's not a good look for the league.
No,
you got to put that on a Panther fan,
right? That's not that. That's the NHL doing that. She has no control over that. Like the fans, they get upset when the Brads, Dads, and Chads, when they show her, they get upset. It's like it's not her doing. She doesn't have any control over that.
Yeah, my beef is with the network, not with her, because she's just nonchalantly. Imagine they just showed a random what's the actor's name that was at the Knicks games? What was his name?
Timothy Chalamet. They were showing him a lot. Right.
And no one was mad at stop showing Chalamet. They're probably telling TNT, hey, stop showing Chalamet.
And they were showing Kylie Jenner too, but it's Taylor Swift. Yeah. It's because of her name. And now, of course, they show Travis Kelce as well. But that's the nature of this world. Everyone has an opinion about everything on social media, and everyone wants to hate on people for things that they have no control over because they're fucking miserable. It's the truth. It really is. Some people are upset and they're pity and they're act like school kids on the internet for no apparent reason. She has no bearing over what is shown about her or what they say. Same thing with headlines. Same thing with TMZ and Daily Mail and all those nasty headlines that you see.
She's not giving middle fingers to paparazzi like Bieber. She's just nonchalant.
I'm standing on business.
And she's standing on business. I don't know. It's just funny because, like, obviously with social media, like Taylor Swift is, for any aspiring content creators, Taylor Swift is a literal cheat code. Any sort of mention of her, either in your niche or if that is your niche, you will go viral. Case in point, last week she's at the game. I do one of those like memes where it's like, no, she can't keep getting away with this.
Yes, I saw that.
600,000. The most viewed video I've done since the NFL. Taylor Swift, thank you for 600,000.
I had like 3 million on my old TikTok account before it got banned.
And it was probably a lot to do with the Swifties, right?
It was the I had the whole. Well, I have them back on the I'm trying to get them back. I've been getting them back. You know, we've talked. We've had our clips, but when I got banned, I kind of like lost them because they lost my page because my first account like dispersed into thin air. I just love
million rocker was Taylor.
I just love when you get like little snippets or something, like you're watching something and like she gets brought up or like a song or like something, because like I enjoy her music, like I really do. Like if I'm having
it's just funny the stranglehold she has on pop culture. Just hearing that name will make people either
Taylor Swift upset,
like light up their face, or like,
triggered, triggered.
Yeah.
Like
don't bring that up.
Like it's either like you like. I don't know. Is it a love-hate relationship with Taylor Swift? Like you either love her or hate her, or like is there a middle ground?
Like polarizing, just very polarizing.
Like like Shedeur Sanders for the NFL now.
Her fans will go to war for her, and her enemies will go to war against her.
Yes, like
it's the perfect story.
Okay, fine. Like we'll bring this last point up here. Swifties were mad. I know this is going to get clipped, of course, but Swifties were mad that Taylor Swift was hanging out with Wayne Gretzky at the Florida Panthers Oilers game because Wayne Gretzky has been around Trump, and that's not fair because he's been around MAGA. Oh my God. Like that's just nitpicking on the highest level there is. Like at that point, when you make that much money in life and you're on that level, does it like, yes, okay, there's controversial things that Trump has said or things that Taylor Swift has said, and Taylor Swift and Trump don't like each other. And this has nothing really to do with politics, and, you know, people can think whatever they want. But when you get to that level, when you meet somebody, your boyfriend is a big fan of hockey, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, because she said in the thing, my boyfriend, does it matter that much? Like it's a respected sports icon. Like, why does it matter that much to people that she's around Wayne Gretzky? Wow. I don't like certain people. I have friends that are other party affiliated, like they're Democrats or this or whatever or that, or Republican Democrat, or I don't agree with everything they say, but I'm not going to look at them differently because of what they view or how they act. It's Wayne Gretzky. Does it matter that much?
Gretzky has been a bit of a loose kid. Like, at least in Canada, I can tell you that, like, Gretzky's public image right now is taking a bit of a tumble
because of the Trump stuff.
Well, the Trump stuff, and then like as Trump is putting these strangleholds on Canadians in terms of all this stuff, and this guy who's allegedly Canadian, and then apparently at the Four Nations he didn't go say hi to the Canadian team, he said hi to the US, something like that. So if they're Canadian Swifties, I get it, because there is a bit of there's a bit of a case brewing against Gretzky up north over here.
Oh, okay. So that's good to know.
So that may give you some context as to why that's happening.
Maybe, which you're not wrong about, but it's just the fact that people just nitpick on the highest level for everything. Like just everything when it comes to that. But that's the nature of social media. That's how it is. It's never going to change.
I'm sure I've seen you get hate. I get hate.
I don't see one positive comment section. I really don't. I really don't. And unless it's like, I don't know, something like food wise or whatever, but something that always has something to nitpick.
Every now and then I'll get a DM like, oh, like that was really funny, or I'll keep it up. And that just trumps all the negative
I get that too, like, or I'll get the hearts or like the smiling emojis or whatever, and I'm like, thank you, that means a lot. And then I get delete your account ... what the F are you saying? Then I'll respond, who are you?
I stopped responding. I think in the beginning I was trying to be like a troll and respond and try to like ratio, and then it's just low hanging fruit. But
it is.
I don't know.
Really
for me, like where I draw the line is anything race related, because it's like, like that's such low hanging fruit.
Well, they try to. Well, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, everything's about race with that as well.
Yeah, it's just, come on. Like for me, it's like my family follows me. I don't want them seeing me engaging in like platforming racist shit. Like it's just
I'm with you. Well, it's already 1:32. I think I got to get back to Love Island. And you got the kitchen guy come yet?
He's outside right now. Can't you hear it?
No, I don't hear anything.
I'm hearing drilling and banging. I'm focused here. This is a pro podcast here,
dude. We covered everything from Caitlin Clark to the WNBA, to all that stuff going on. The MLB, we got you a little bit about that with the Devers trade there. The NBA finals going to Game 7. The Stanley Cup back-to-back for the Panthers. Oh, man. We covered a lot. But, guys, make sure to follow Prince Hudda's Instagram at the Prince Hudda, and follow his TikTok at Prince Hudda as well. And then follow the Instagram with the Inquisitive Mamba Pod, and then follow the TikTok as well. And then make sure to rate us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. We're going to get some more stuff out for you guys. I mean, there's a lot we covered, and there's a lot that's going on in the past 10 days. I think there really is. Maybe next week is just
something's going to break after this episode. Just like last time, for those that don't know, when we recorded the Aaron Rodgers Steelers story broke the next day. It was like
Tom Thibodeau, Knicks.
Yeah, that was the same day.
That was another one. And then you have the NBA. So the NBA Finals wraps up Sunday night, and then you have the NBA draft next Wednesday.
NHL draft, NBA draft.
I'm sorry. NBA draft next Wednesday. Cooper Flag stuff. So all that next week. I mean, it doesn't end.
July 1st. NHL
free agency. NBA free agency will be right around then as well. Yeah. Holy crap, man! F1, the movie comes out with Brad Pitt next Friday. I can't believe it's already June 20th. Man, time is just flying by. Trump extended the TikTok ban as well again for another. What is it? The second or third? What is it? What is this? The third time now?
I think the third time now.
Because the first one was he did, and oh my gosh,
January 31st, I think was the first.
The first one, and then the second one we just had. So it's like it just keeps happening and happening.
Yeah,
but guys, as always, thank you again for tuning in to another episode. We will see you guys next time. It's always Mamba mentality. There's always something going on, whether it's sports, pop culture, entertainment, the Blake Lively stuff with Justin Baldoni, that he's now allowed to have the text. He's allowed to have access to her text now. I mean, there's just so much going on. It's so hard to keep up. It's just like a 24-hour news cycle.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you guys.
Big worldwide web.
It just doesn't stop. We'll see you guys next time.
World Wide Web.